Now, you've been very vocal about the issue of biological males who identify as transgender women competing in women's sport. You recently tweeted in your typically droll style saying, "It's truly unfair when biological males who self-identify as women are not allowed to crush the dreams and aspirations of biological females. What is the world coming to when biological males can't defeat biological females in a women's competition?" Now, this was in response to this bit of far-left activism masquerading as journalism from Reuters. Let's have a quick look.
The 21-year-old has been training hard to improve her timings in the 200-meter. But as a transgender woman, her hopes were dashed in March when the World Athletics Council banned athletes like her from competing in women's events.
The council has agreed to exclude male to female transgender athletes.
WA President Sebastian Coe cited a common refrain: the need to protect the female category, a frequently used justification for the outright exclusion of trans women from athletic competition. The ban has left DU feeling marginalized and hounded.
Même si on est une minorité, on mérite de vivre libre, de mener une vie libre, quoi. On mérite de faire des compétitions et de courir notamment dans la catégorie qui est la nôtre. Et on nous refuse cela, quoi. Le seul garde-fou que les femmes trans bénéficient, c'est le droit de vivre, le droit de vivre libre. Et on leur refuse cela. Pour moi, c'est de l'acharnement, quoi. Ouais, je comprends pas trop.
The victim playing is just reaching all sorts of new levels. Why do you think the media is so captured by this trans ideology, where they've pretty much given up any pretense of impartiality or even just, acknowledging scientific facts?
Right. So it's misplaced compassion, right? So national borders are racist because you don't allow noble people from Guatemala to get into your country. Clearly, you must be a Nazi if you have integral borders. Putting a bad criminal in prison is really bad, and you should be more compassionate toward him, because clearly if he's a serial rapist, it must be society that failed him. Same mechanism applies for transgender folks. Look, I'm all for transgender people living lives free of bigotry, but that doesn't mean that we get to celebrate their unique personhood by destroying the dreams and ambitions of 100 other athletes called biological women. So it's a case of misplaced orgiastic compassion that is being targeted in the wrong places. And by the way, all of this nonsense only starts because you allow the granddaddy of all idea pathogens, which I discuss in The Parasitic Mind, which is postmodernism, to flourish, right? Postmodernism says that there are no objective truths other than the one objective truth, that there are no objective truths. Therefore, using the magical wand of the trans prefix, voila, I can take a man with a 9-inch penis and he suddenly becomes a woman simply by identifying himself as a woman. And if you say anything against that, then you're a bigot. It has to end. It can't make sense that in the 21st century, we are having these types of conversations. Even the folks that were involved in the Salem witch hunts 400 years ago were not this insane. This has to stop, and we must return to reason.